I'm a believer that success leaves clues. If there's something that you want to accomplish in your life, you can look at people that have done that thing before and pull out, extract certain lessons that if you followed exactly the same way that they did, you too could have that same thing. And it doesn't matter what area of your life we're talking about this in. If you want to successfully lose weight, get in shape, follow the steps that the people that have gotten in shape before you have followed. Now, don't look at the person that's been fit their entire life, but look at somebody, if you got 15 pounds to lose, look at somebody that's accomplished that same thing. If you want to launch a particular type of business, hire a coach, hire a mentor, buy a course, a blueprint to help you follow that exact plan. Successful relationships, those that have long-term lasting marriages, have patterns within the relationship of how they show up, how they love, how they serve others, of how they treat the relationship, of how they honor God in their marriages. Now, the same can be said for men that are trying to overcome pornography addiction. There are patterns, there are traits, there are characteristics, there are habits in the men that succeed at removing porn out of their life that those that struggle are not executing on a daily basis, and those that do accomplish this goal have followed. Now, in the last 5 years, we've helped over 1,500 men walk down this journey of overcoming pornography addiction, from stuck in the depths of addiction to walking in absolute freedom. 1,500 successful transformations. And what I want to share with you today are the 5 habits, the 5 characteristics, the traits of these men. Now, this isn't the only thing that you're going to need, but if you begin to embody these habits in your life, in your identity, and become this particular man. See, it's going to take an element of faking it before you make it. Some of these things are not going to be natural to you. Some of these things you are not yet doing. Some of these things are in fact the exact thing that you're struggling with and is keeping you a slave to this addiction. But this episode of The Real Man should serve as a blueprint, a formula, an outline of the type of man that you need to be desiring to become, because what we talk about here at the Rebuilt Man is that all successful transformation, all successful recovery from pornography addiction is rooted in an identity change. You must die to the old self. There must be a rebirth and a resurgence of this new man. And this new man needs to embody these 5 habits, these 5 traits. Number 1, porn-free men have the ability to delay gratification. They do not let their impulses, they do not let their desires, they do not let their wants dictate what they do. They may want to eat the cookie right now, but they're dedicated to getting the 6-pack abs. They may want to scroll social media, but they're dedicated to the work that's in front of them. They may want to take a glimpse at the woman on the treadmill, but they're here to honor their wife. You see, they can delay the gratification. The thing they want most is a life free of porn. And they do not let the thing that they want in the moment deter them from that plan. You see, this leads right us into number 2, because number 2 is self-discipline. Doing the thing that you know must be done despite how you feel. It ties into the ability to delay gratification. You can't delay gratification without having self-discipline. Self-discipline in honoring your word, self-discipline in doing the thing that you know you must be done, self-discipline in saying, hey, I'm going to put myself last in these situations. So we know porn-free men have the ability to delay gratification. They live a life of discipline. The third thing that porn-free men do is they put themselves into difficult situations. See, they seek adversity on a daily basis. What these men understand is the next level of their growth is sitting on the other side of the hard thing that they want to avoid doing. You can only become the next version of yourself by doing something that you've never done before. And it's these hard things, it's these adversities that force us to grow. They challenge us to become better than we are today. So seeking adversity on a daily basis, the accomplishment that comes with doing hard things leaves you fulfilled and satisfied. So you don't need to go chase this meaningless short-term pleasure. You see, porn-free men delay gratification by seeking adversity and living out through self-discipline. But this next one is going to be one of the most important ones. Because I can tell you right now, if you're stuck in this addiction, if you're struggling to break free, chances are you've never envisioned a life without porn. But porn-free men have a vision for their life on where it's going. And in that vision is the man that they must become, that you don't have, which is why you run to pornography. So porn-free men can delay gratification by seeking adversity, living out a life of self-discipline, aligned with a bigger vision for their life. But the fifth one is porn-free men serve and live their lives in accordance to what others need. Porn-free men are men of service. They're service-oriented leaders. They lead themselves first in service of others. They lead others to where God wants them to go by showing up in service. You see, acting out with pornography is serving you. It's selfish, self-gratifying, meaningless pleasure that objectifies, that harms, that abuses others, disconnects you from your relationships, disconnects you from yourself. Porn-free men show up and live their life in service of others. They're not thinking about the things that they want. They're thinking about the things that other people need. You see, every single one of these is going to bring you closer to fulfillment. And when you're living a life of fulfillment and service and discipline and adversity and growth and vision, there's no place for pornography to interject into that life. There's no reason to escape a life of service that honors God, honors others, fulfills me, moves me closer towards a vision. 5 traits, easily attainable. See, none of this is hard. That's the things we have to understand. Living a life as a porn-free man is not a difficult thing. It's actually the life that God has called every single one of you to live. And when you understand that, and you move closer towards it every single day, the desire, the want, the rush of pornography fades away. Guys, I told you here, we have a training to help you get clear on a vision. I think it's got to start there. I think all men that are overcoming pornography addiction must be able to envision the life without porn. If you visit rebuiltrecovery.com/vision, you can put your email address in and we'll send this over to you guys right away. But Coach Frank of the Rebuild Man, we love you. We'll see you in the next one.